Welcome to Total Meltdown, the official podcast of Pwn.com. This is your host, Clover, with my other host, G-Nitro.
What's up?
Alright, so, as you guys can already kind of tell off the bat, this is a delayed podcast. Nitro and I have been really busy this last week with Pwn.com and with work and other crap, and...
Yeah, it's been really bad.
Oh, it's been terrible. and sleeping.
Yeah, we were supposed to do this the night prior, and I woke her up. She said she'd be on, and then she fell back to sleep. So I finally told her just sleep, and we'll do it today. So we're doing it today, and today for us is April Fool's. Had an interesting morning when I woke up.
Oh, crazy!
I got pirated and rickrolled.
Well, see, I haven't gone to bed though, so. Yeah, and, kudos to Andy for setting that up. I know X Chromosome XX got the pirate gift for all of us, and it was my idea to throw the Rickroll in there. A little bit of help with Andy. So, you know.
I laughed really hard. I thought I was going to wake my roommate up. I was laughing so hard.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I had no idea he was going to throw the Rickroll in there. I had the idea to put it under pwned points. So when you went to go see the contest and stuff under Pwn points, it would just take you to Rickroll.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, some crazy April Fool's Day jokes people have kind of been noticing. I know Blizzard, IGN, Google, Gizmodo, Kotaku, everybody's been doing their little fair share of pranks.
Yeah, Kotaku sucked. They got me with, I thought they were going to do a new softcore game for the DS. Turned out to be fake.
Yeah, and ThinkGeek, I knew from the bat that it was fake, but I had to post it under articles because it was just too hilarious. They're, Super PP Brothers. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was funny.
I couldn't stop laughing when I saw that. I was actually really upset because it was such an amazing game. I wouldn't play it.
Did you see the GTA 4 that it was like EA bought Take-Two and Rockstar, and so they changed Nico's voice with Chris Tucker?
No.
Oh my god, they took clips from a bunch of Rush Hour films, but it was so funny. Like, it worked perfectly, and they had the clips set up. Oh, I was dying.
I don't know. So far, my favorite, I think the one that takes the cake this year, so far, it's still a few hours left while we're recording this, but the IGN, their Legend of Zelda trailer, oh my god. It was, considering it's just an April Fool's Day joke, that thing looked amazing. And I probably had to spend about an hour convincing people in the shout box today that it was not real. And they'd counter, God love Peanut. Peanut, I love you. This is nothing against you, but this is an example. I think we're trying to argue look at how legit it was. I think 20 minutes later he comes and he goes, oh, there's an IMDb thing for it. And I'm like, when was it posted? Today. All the links and stuff that they're going to give you, they're all fake. And you could pretty much tell by reading the end credits.
Yeah.
But for any of you guys who are Zelda fans, or just any type of fan, I'm not that hardcore a Zelda fan, but I really found the trailer awesome. Go to IGN's website. I'm sure if you just search Legend of Zelda trailer, hell, search it in YouTube or Google, and you're bound to find it. It's an amazing little 2.5-minute movie. That it's all you get. Unless they're, holding out on us, it's amazing. Go watch it. Then cry and realize it's never going to come to life.
I'm going to play the bad cop on this one and say, I was praying it was an April Fool's joke, and it actually turned out to be, thank God. I hate Zelda. I hate everything past SNES. I'm so tired of people talking about it like it's the best thing ever. Because Ocarina of Time sucked, and I'm saying it again, and I'll constantly say that.
I just don't have the time or the patience to play RPGs and all those kinds of little games, so I've never really got into it past Super Nintendo.
Yeah, there's another good one this morning. It got me for about a good minute or so. I was like, what the hell is going on? Cheap Ass Gamer, this other site I go on to for the forums where you can find really good video game deals. They had it up where their whole system was changing, and you had to pay for membership now. If you stayed free, you could only post once a day. And it kept going up to like $100. And this is when I finally realized it was a joke, because I was at work. I was still tired. I forgot all about it already. And the $100 finally, when it finally made me realize, it was like, if you pay $100 a year, you can be a forum guide in one of the forums. And then it was like, and Cheapy D will take you on a tour of Tokyo. And I was like, oh, it's a joke. But I really thought I was gonna have to pay to use the site. I was pissed. They had some good ones this year. I thought there was a lot better than the year prior.
Yeah, oh, definitely. I mean, Blizzard, very sarcastic. They had two different, a new class, which is basically Guitar Hero, so it's pretty obviously fake. But then they had this new game called Molten Core for the console, and it looked really legit until you scrolled down and realized it was like all tiny little it was like Atari animation. And there's this little trailer, and you guys have to watch it if you have not already. It is so cheesy and so lame, but it'll give you the best of laughs. Yeah, just search Molten Core Blizzard. You're bound to find it on Google. So
Yeah. Oh, another one. It was actually came out well before April 1st because it was a magazine. EGM had it in their April issue. Lego Halo was going to be a new game. It actually looked legit, and maybe one day it'll become legit. It actually looked like it would be cool, but it was definitely funny to see that Lego Halo. They did a really good job on putting that together. But enough for the April Fools. I hope all y'all had enough laughs and stuff. But the Valve contest ended. You wouldn't know that if you just heard the interview we did with Aaron, which is BlueWolfed 72, who we did interview this episode. Because
just a really great interview, by the way, guys.
Yeah, we recorded it last week, thinking that we were going to record the show the next day, but with everything that happened, we couldn't. So we actually talk about the contest during the interview, but now it's actually ended, and the winners have been announced. Do you want to read them off, Clover?
I guess. Since I was official entry in the Valve contest. And for those of you guys wondering, no, I didn't win. But it's alright, can't win them all. Alright, so I'm sorry, I'm going back to the page because I totally don't want to miss numbers or letters or okay, I guess I was right.
Don't worry, guys, her page sucked anyway. Trust me.
I happen to like my page. Thank you very much. Riot Monster said it was awesome. But alright, with first place, and the winner of a bunch of really awesome stuff, I'm incredibly jealous. Vampire Kitten, or Velvet Cupcake, I think she switched her name back to Vampire Kitten now, got first place. Second place with a cute little portal-themed MySpace, or not MySpace, sorry, phoned profile. Ugh, God. Is Robin Hood. You know what? No, Rocket Robin Hood. If you guys haven't checked out his profile, he's kind of one of the last entries. He submitted it one of the last days, and he worked really, really hard. I think he did a really great job at pulling it off. Especially if you're any Portal fan, definitely love it. And for those of you guys who are also Portal fans, Neil got third place with his little end credits themed profile.
Which was awesome in my opinion.
Oh, dude,
I love that profile.
I wish we could have got Still Alive to autoplay, but he didn't want the really big player on his profile.
Yeah, I don't blame him. It's too bad he couldn't put it in the Flash.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations to you guys. There's a bunch of y'all that I really wish, I could have seen place. So if y'all want really quickly my honorable mention, the top people that I can think of that I think also deserve some credit. Short Hair Defender was probably one of the few people that I saw try to tackle Counter-Strike Source in entirety. X Chromosome X, both versions she did before her profile finally crashed. I think she exceeded her bandwidth. Enraged, he was also a last-minute entry. He did an amazing job. I actually expected to see him in the top 3, so Enraged, if you're listening, you're one of my favorites out there. Archie Cornkind, Team Fortress 2 Fanatic. I mean, there was a bunch of really amazing ones, and I could just go down in this list on and on. Congratulations to all you guys who won. And, fun and games to the rest of you guys. There's going to be more contests soon. Just keep looking for the site. We'll be announcing it all over the place whenever we get a new contest, so. Oh yeah, and Peanut. Peanut, I love your site. Kill me if I left him out.
Yeah, he definitely will. But not just the Valve contest. There's something else you will hear in the interview that I complained to Neil about. I'm not Neil, sorry. Aaron about, which was getting an RSS feed for an article as well. A couple days later, it was up and running. So the delay kind of screwed that up with what you're going to hear. It's already up in there. Check it out. Go to the article section. It has the RSS feed, so you can put it right into your bookmark toolbar in Firefox. I don't know where it goes in IE because IE sucks. But in Firefox, I have it up. And now I've got it right next to Joystick and Kotaku. I mean, I view all three, try to find all the stuff that interests me. You should do the same. It's definitely, and there's going to be another RSS feed coming. I can't say for what yet. Andy told me about it. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but it'll be coming soon for another section of the site. So be on the lookout for that. That's going to be awesome. So
yeah, definitely got some new features coming y'all's way. So April, definitely the month. I think we're really trying to hit 10,000 members. To my knowledge, we are just under or just now over 7,000 members on Pwn.com. So applaud everybody, hooray! It's I think Thursday will be our 5-month anniversary. 4-month? Hold on. January, February, March, April. 4 months. 4 months of Pwn.com. I had to count on my fingers.
yeah, I could hear you counting. This is what a college student is like, just so you guys know.
Oh no, this is what a college student who hasn't slept in a few days is like. An art student, I should add at that. I'm not taking any science or math right now, so my brain is just kind of. But.
Oh no, you're one of those.
Alright, well I guess we're gonna go back into the future, or the past rather, should I say, to the article that we recorded last week with Aaron. Once again, we're bringing this to your attention. Normally we do record them at 2 different times, but it's not so blatantly obvious that something went wrong until this week.
Yeah, definitely was like, what the fuck?
So bear with us. It's a good it's good. I had fun talking with Aaron. Definitely get some, really some more insights, some bunch of things you guys may have been wondering about contest and stuff, and he gives a few hints about some things to come. So,
Definitely a great interview, and we'll be back right after the interview with the second half of our show.
And we're back, everybody. Today we've got a special interview. Aaron, aka BlueWolfed72, is here with us.
What
Aaron,
up, what
welcome.
up? How's it going?
Hey man, what's going on?
Just chilling.
So why don't you do a quick introduction about who you are on Pwn.com?
My title has changed. I'm now the director of media. I was the director of public relations, but I was told my title has been changed because I'm doing a lot. So with that, I get a new title.
Awesome.
And hopefully a new raise. We'll find out soon.
What is it, like 1,000 points a day now?
Well, my points are at 2 million and something. So yeah, Andy maxed me out on the points. But no, I started. I've been in gaming and doing public relations for gaming for the last, I'd say, 10 years. I've been part of a couple other websites and separated myself from them and just kind of been taking it easy. And it just happened to find Andy, and Andy happened to find me, and it's been a blast ever since we started with Pwned. But I used to be part of moddb.com. It was a site for mods and independent gaming. Before that, I was mostly into like podcasts and online radio stations. Half-Life Radio. I was one of the creators of that. Part of Game Surge Radio. EGLN radio, and then I created my own radio station. I've kind of closed that down, but I've been all over the place. I've released, I would say, about 6 mods for Half-Life 2, Half-Life 1, Quake. So I self-taught myself how to make models, weapons, and characters. So I'm kind of like a jack of all trades kind of guy. But other than that, I'm the one that I do everything behind the scenes on Pwn and make sure all the contests are up and make sure people are getting points and people are having fun.
Well, with all that, how do you find time to eat or even work?
I'm eating right now. You guys don't know about it. I'm eating a big juicy steak, and I'm eating some noodles. And then after that, I'm going to have some turtle brownies.
Nice. So, first question is basically, how did you find out about Pwn.com? How did you come across it?
A friend of honestly, I think it was a friend who just happened to see the site a long time ago in the early beta stages when it was just apparently it was just like a page. He said that this was going to be the next happening website, and I sent a message to Andy, asked him if he wanted any help, and he said yes.
Cool. Sounds awesome.
Well, I guess I want to, touch back. You mentioned that you've done mods, and I know a lot of people on Pwn.com play a lot of Half-Life mods. I myself play some Quake mods. Can you tell us a little bit more about some of the ones that you've made, names, or just a little bit of information?
Oh, yeah. Sure. The first mod that I made was called Water Wars. It was all about super soakers, and the whole concept was shooting water. And it was kind of boring because the Half-Life code is kind of hard to shoot water with, so we changed it up a little bit and added particles. And you would see an XPS 2000. I actually made super soakers, and I did what's called polygonal modeling. So the models actually looked bright, but they were more hollow, and so they were less. It was easier to put them in the game. It was just the code wise. So we only got to beta 5. I released it. It was a couple bugs, but people still had fun because a lot of my fan base for the mod was older guys. I mean, I had literally one day I had 15 emails with, man, I used to have this water gun when I was a little boy. Me and my son played your mod and it was great. So even though it was just a beta, people still had fun with it. Other than that, I think the biggest mod that I ever worked on was Insurgency. So I was part of that team, and Last Man Standing for Quake. We actually won the IGF Mod of the Year award at GDC 2 years ago. So I got to go on stage, and I watch the video every once in a while because it was kind of funny.
Nice.
That's awesome.
You said you've been doing this for 10 years. What first got you started in doing more than just the actual gaming aspect?
It was I guess I was in the military and I was just getting out, and I happened to go to a cafe that had Team Fortress on 4 computers, and when you walked in over to the right there was 4 computers, and there was 15 people just standing there watching this person play Team Fortress, and I was like, what is this? I had no idea that you could shoot a bazooka and jump on top of the building and conch jump, and I was like, what is that? I just got so excited, so I started going there every day to play, and then I started doing research on how to do tricks and stuff, and I always found that the websites were ugly yet informative, and I'm like, I want to get into making websites, and so it went from that to start making models, and I guess when I get into something, I go full force.
Nice. It's definitely sweet. You said you were in the military. What branch?
Air Force.
Awesome. I was Air Force too. Where were you stationed?
MacDill.
Okay. Never got a chance to go there. I was stationed in San Antonio, Brooks Air Force Base.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's awesome. So, you said you also did some podcasts before. How did you first get into the whole internet, like radio or podcasting ordeal?
A friend of mine started doing his own podcast thing, and we turned into we were playing Half-Life, and so it turned into the Half-Life podcast. But it ended up being we would record it and do it a podcast, but we would do the show live so other people could tune in. so it just became the Half-Life radio show, and there was like 7 of us on the show. It was kind of at first it was kind of like interrupting each other, but then we formed like a flow, and it was kind of fun because at one point of the show, I would call into another guy on the show, and I'd act like I was Doug from Valve, and that I was in the bunker working on Half-Life 2, and I'd have a Coke or a water bottle next to me, and I'd start gurgling, and I'm like, and I'm drinking my Mountain Dew, because Doug Lombardi loves Mountain Dew, and he's he's the head public relations for Valve, and I got to finally meet him at GDC 2 years ago, so we finally got to meet each other, and he always gives me a hard time about how I would act like him as a character. So it kind of formed a relationship, and anywhere I've gone, any kind of website that I've been part of, he's always been there, like, hey, you guys, here's some more stuff to give away, and it just happened. They happened to see the website pwn.com, and
Awesome.
They sent us a whole bunch of stuff. He sent me more stuff this time around than any other time.
Damn.
So I guess is that how you kind of came up with the idea for the Valve contest? I know you were behind that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I guess, on the idea of contests and blogs and stuff, I know you do a bunch of Narticles. Whose idea was Narticles exactly?
It was, I guess me, well, for us to get press passes to events, they've changed the rules a lot lately. Whereas before, you'd just be like, hey, I write for Left for Scooby-Doo, and they'd give you a press pass. So lately, last year and this year, they've changed the parameters. You have to have an article and post news, but you have to have some kind of article up in the last 12 months. You have to have a business card.
Wow.
And it can't be you go to Walmart and you get the quick business card kit. It has to be like top of the line business card. Your name has to be on the staff page of a reputable website. Nothing. You've seen websites. There's ugly ones. There's okay ones, and then there's So, and then the main thing is you have to fax in all this information and a picture of your photo ID. And so, a 12-year-old saying, "Oh, I'm a journalist," it's going to be kind of hard for him to produce all that stuff. So they're making it a little difficult. And so one thing that Pwn didn't have was a place for staff to write their thoughts, their blog, like a place to post news about gaming that's going on the daily basis. I mean, yeah, there's OneUp, and there's there's Kohaku, and there's Destructoid, and I mean, I know, but like they have their own theme, they have their own style, and so I wanted to create a style for Pwn, and so I said, Andy, we need a place where we can post news, where I and whoever wants to write for the website, and he came up with the word Narticles. I was gonna call it news. I was gonna call it Newsicles. But everybody said it sounds
better.
Everybody says
it just sounds like gnarly. You have to love it.
Well, yeah, I liked it too, but I wanted, Newsicles. I thought it was a little more catchier name, but he said no, it sounds like an ice cream cone, so I lost.
Yeah, definitely. And like I told you before we started the interview, I definitely think an RSS feed, I'm sure a lot of people on Pwn would love to see that, where they don't have to just go to the Narticles section. They can just be at any site, check up on it, and there's news, and they can come back to the exact post they would like to see.
Yeah, I sent that request to the boss man, and so we need to create a betting pool on how long it takes.
Yeah, well, we have to see when the intervention's going to be for Call of Duty 4, and then he'll get done.
When's like the next patch where it's going to take him an hour to download or whatever? I don't know how the 360s work.
It takes like 30 seconds.
Oh, that's lame. PC takes longer.
Yeah, we got to get him off that game.
We do.
Well,
I think we should start
when you have a game you can finally win at, you don't want to give it up.
Oh, that's not right, man. You're going to hear about that one.
We'll never get him back then. We'll never get him back.
Oh.
Andy, come back.
Yeah, he definitely still searches me out every time I'm on there with him. Even if I'm on his team, he'll knife me in the back. But so what's one thing, Aaron, that you don't think that Pwn members know about you? Like one thing that a lot of people don't know about you. Period.
I have no idea. I mean, no one really. I have no idea about that one. I mean, I get a lot of private messages with, you know, where's my points? Where's my shirts? You know, and so they think that I have all the information, and Andy has the shirt. So for those listening, he has them. I do not.
You have no special talents or anything like that?
Safe for work.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think of it that way. I mean, what people. I don't know. If you have a question, hit me up with a private message.
True. Now you did. I know when you first came to this site, you started out as the Pwn radio. You were playing the music for all the people in the shout box and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been doing the radio aspect? I know we talked about podcasts, but what about radio? Because I've worked at many internet radio stations, so I was wondering how long you've been doing it.
About 5 years.
All right.
But I closed down the radio server because it was crashing.
Yeah.
So I kind of give up on the whole idea. I mean, there's no reason to have a radio and a podcast at the same time. So.
Yeah, radio also the money once the site, because it gets legit, the site's legit. I know it costs a lot of money to get the actual licensing for the songs.
I already have a license to play songs for the rest of the year, and it's only $40 a month.
Really?
So, yeah, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna. I mean, I'm thinking about canceling it all because the server keeps crashing, and I'd have to upgrade the server, so it's really not worth the money for me to spend.
Trust me, I know. I've been there. I started one for Korean Music Forum, and I couldn't handle it anymore because nobody else wanted to help out that started it with me. And once the money gets too much, it's freaking tough. But
well, I know Andy already closed the Crisis server, Pwn.com server, because nobody was using it. So.
How many people can actually play it though?
I know maybe enough to count on one hand off the top of my head. So, not many. I mean, the Team Fortress 2 and the Counter-Strike servers are finally getting used, and that's great.
Definitely.
Well, the vent was starting to get used, but it's died out too. I mean, Pwn is one of those websites right now where it's just gonna fluctuate one day to the next.
Yeah.
I mean, we want everybody to have fun and enjoy the website, but you know.
Yeah. Now, Aaron, you were at GDC, weren't you?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So
me and Mark and a certain person.
Yeah,
that
we won't go there. Trust me. We many times have just said, "Hey, this is this person." We're not saying names, but what were your thoughts of the event and being there representing Pwn.com?
It's expensive just to go there for 3 days, let alone live there. I mean, I landed, got to the hotel, changed clothes, went to the event, and just from the hotel to the from the airport to the hotel, I was already at $55.
Holy shit!
The cabs, going back and forth, it's crazy. But overall, I had fun. I got to meet a lot of people that were at the previous GDC, and then I met some new people. So, yeah, because the years before, I was representing my own company going to GDC, and since I've kind of switched gears and I'm joining forces with Andy for this, I kind of had to. I mean, they knew me, but they didn't know. Like, I had to explain who I'm representing and the whole concept of the website and.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess, you talked about the GDC. Are there any other events you plan on attending this year? QuakeCon possibly? Nudge, nudge, cough a hem?
I may personally go to QuakeCon, but I don't know if we're going to get a booth. It just depends on the price. Because, like, right now, Comic-Con, for example, is $10,000, and there's a 400-person waiting list just to get on. There's that we wanted to go to. PAX, we are in talks with PAX right now to get a booth, but since PAX is down to like their last, I think, 30 or 40 booths, they want to give it to game developers first. So they're telling me no for a booth.
Makes sense.
But since I'm proposing that we would create a PAX profile and promote packs on our website, and I explain to them, our numbers and how many hits that we're getting, they're kind of listening a little bit, and then a little bit. But on personal note, I've already got my press pass set up to go to PAX. I just don't know if we're going to get a booth.
Nice.
So the next, excuse me, sorry, the steak isn't giving me the burps, but yeah. But the next step that we're working on is E for All. We've had one conference call with the VP and the manager of marketing, and we explained to them the concept of Pwn, what we're all about. They've been to the site. They've seen the ECA profile. They've seen the Rockstar profile. We've pretty much, I think we've got them to the point where they're going to not give us a free booth, but what they're going to possibly do is give us a discounted booth, so that we don't have to pay, the $12,000 to $15,000 that it costs to go to an event like that.
Damn.
And we'll have so if everything works out, you're going to see an E for All profile page customized. You may even see it on like on MySpace, how they around the edges of the website they have like a customized banner around the edges and top. We may even do something like that. We're throwing the idea of sign up for E for All at our site and get a reference code, and then if you sign up through us, you get 1,000 points. So there's a lot of things that we're working on, but so far, out of the 3 events, what looks really solid is the E for All and possibly getting a booth. So nice. If that works out, and then the Video Games Expo in Philadelphia, the owner of that event is related to a member of the ECA, and since we're being sponsored by the ECA, we may be getting a booth at that event at no cost. So, because you have to understand these events, they're not the airfare, the hotel, and then the booth space. And just so you guys, a lot of people don't understand this, you have to rent the booth space, then you have to rent the carpet, then the tables, then the drapes. Then anything that goes inside the little booth, you have to rent it. And then on top of that, like in California and New York, you have to pay the union for them to put it in for you because you can't do it.
Yeah, it's always about unions, isn't it? But
well, you know what?
I know
think somebody in the Shoutbox made a point one day. We should just have a giant car wash, And just get a couple, really hot gamer guys and some Speedos.
Yeah.
Set down some cars. We'll make the money in no time.
Sure, I'll be there.
And since I've been getting a lot of emails and private messages, where's the daily blog contest? Just want to give you a quick answer to that, because for all those people that might be listening to this, there's only like 10 of you that were playing, and if you didn't win, you would go to the Shoutbox and complain. So I think I'm just going to stick with the big contests that we're going to do each month, like the Valve one that ends on Friday. No, next month I have to come up with like a big contest idea. It'll be 30 days long, and there'll be some big prizes involved. That way more and more people will start playing. Because if you go to the Valve contest, if my math is correct, it looks like we had over, I'd say about 75 people reply that they wanted to enter. So this weekend I'm gonna have to go through every single one of these people's names and click on their names and see what their profiles look like to see if they're even worthy to be in the top 10, and then from the top 10 we'll pick the top 3.
Nice.
Yeah, well, I can go ahead and save you some time. I think half the people that posted, pretty much anybody that posted on that page and didn't post a blog didn't change their profile, because as you guys know, I totally changed my profile, and Neil and I were incredibly paranoid. I think we really want to win, and we basically just lurked the Shoutbox and that profile to see whenever you guys posted.
Well, whoever gets first place is going to make out like a bandit. So.
And good luck to everybody.
Not only do they get T-shirts, they're going to get some part of me doesn't even want to give these posters away because they're not even sold anymore, and they're like 4 years old, of Counter-Strike and Counter-Strike Source posters.
Yeah, trust me, I'm not the Valve person to talk. Clover will talk to your head off about that. I'm like, I'm a console gamer. Japanese RPGs, I'll stick to that.
And then I have
Hello?
I have the head crab hat, and then I have God, what else do I've got? I've got the head crab hat and another head crab that just like you could like it had the arms are bendable, so you could attach it to like a wall or like I have it on my bookshelf. They don't even sell these on the website anymore. So you mean you're getting like stuff that's not even sold anymore.
Man, I wish I was good enough to enter a contest like that. Because then I'd freaking, like, sell it to Clover.
Yeah, and you know what? I would have to.
I mean, this contest was really easy to do. All you had to do was just add some pictures and change some colors. I mean, we made it pretty simple.
Well, no, but it's not. It's not how simple the contest was. It's how far do you have to go to make sure yours is better than everyone else's. I think that's what's driven a couple people crazy.
Yeah, once I saw Neil's page, I was like, never mind.
Like, yeah, Neil worked really hard. He actually learned Flash for his profile.
That was crazy. So we'll see how he does. I'm hoping he does really well.
I feel bad for Neil because if he's staff, he can't win. Oh, snap.
Yeah, but is a Shoutbox admin staff?
Yeah, I would say so, wouldn't you? You're helping the site. You're working for it, right?
As far as I actually asked Andy and Jamie this, and as far as I can tell, if we're not getting paid for our services, then we can still win.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm not getting points. I don't think Nitro.
No, I just wanted Neil to listen to this and get all scared for a second. That's why I said that.
Oh, dude, he just totally crapped himself.
Yeah.
So when he listens to this, he'll be like, "I'm not gonna win."
Because he's like our biggest listener too. He gets this thing the minute it comes out. He'll download this and listen. Because he was all excited we mentioned him last week.
Episode,
Yeah.
He listened to it at least 10 times for sure.
Yeah, because he was all happy he heard his name.
But alright, I guess on the topic of video games, as you know, every week we do 5 most anticipated games, our top 5. Do you want to share with us your top 5 for 2008?
I don't have my top 5 for 2008. I mean, on my top 5, I guess would be Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2, of course. Portal, Paperboy. I like to play old school games like Paperboy. Let's say what else? Max Payne, the first one, was a very good class. I like that one a lot. I like the whole concept of that. Since I have a Steam account that's through, it's called the Media Steam account, so I get all my games for free. So as of lately, I've been playing a lot of Steam games, just checking them out. And one game that I've been really in depth with this last couple of weeks is Indigo Prophecy.
Yeah, I have that for the 3. Well, backwards compatible to the 360, but I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet. I got it off goozex.com.
And then, of course, you can't go wrong with BioShock. I got that for free.
I hate BioShock.
But I had it for free, so I have to like it,
I thought it was one of the worst games I've played. Well, I shouldn't say worst. It's just the gameplay itself I didn't like.
And then, of course, again, because thanks Valve, but I got it for free. I got to play Quake again because it's on Steam.
Nice.
So I got to play some old school, and then I've been trying to download Grand Theft Auto City, Vice City off Steam, but my internet doesn't like the fact that I'm trying to download this game, so it's taken forever.
I know you've pushed Audio Surf a lot. How much do you play Audio Surf still?
Every once in a blue moon, whenever I have a big selection of music, so if I'm going through my music, I wonder what this song would look like on the chart of Audio City, because it makes the music pop up in different colors.
Yeah, I play it a lot.
Any favorite songs for that game yet so far or anything?
I do mostly a lot of bass music because it's so crazy and the music is all over the place. And so, yesterday I played some old school Miami, DJ Mike.
I know who DJ Mike is.
So, if you load one of his songs into the game, it is crazy because it spikes. So it was pretty cool to see it on the chart.
Yeah, I actually when I first moved from the beginner rank to pro, I made the mistake of putting on Darude's Sandstorm.
Oh my god.
And I was like, holy shit, like it was going so fast. I was like, stop, slow down. It was horrible. But it would like slow down because you know that song has like spots where it's like nothing's happening. And then all of a sudden it's just like picks up. And I was like, it was just not the song to choose when you switch any type of level. But that game is definitely fun. I love Audio Surf. My only issue is some songs that I thought would look better on there don't. Like a lot of the hip hop songs I listen to, I figured the bass and they just don't seem to come out right sometimes, and it's kind of boring. But any rock or techno house stuff always seems to work the best on that game.
Oh, dude, I can't wait to finally get a. I haven't had time to, go into Steam and pay for it. Let alone because anytime my friends catch me playing something not Counter-Strike Source, I get bitched at. But I'm definitely looking forward to get some drum and bass and some of my. I've got some happy hardcore that I just magically found on my computer the other day, and I really want to try it out. I think it would look crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Aaron, we definitely want to thank you for coming on.
No problem.
We'll definitely have to have you on again. I mean, I know I'd like to have actually more than just you on at a time or just Andy on. I want to get like more people on at once.
Yeah.
And I know.
And for all those people that are going to be tuning into this, if you want to send in a crazy contest idea for us to hold, and be more than happy to give me a private message. And if I pick your idea, like I have done in the past, Clover can be witness. I took one of her ideas, and if I like your idea going forward, I'll give you some points for your idea. So just want to put that out there, that if you've got a great idea, like Clover just came up with another idea just before we started the show, and then of course I was telling them my idea for next month's contest, but I'll keep it a secret because I'm not sure which direction I'm going to go. But like I said, if you guys are tuning in, if you have a contest idea and you want to see us do a contest, just shoot me a message and we'll try and put it together, because the site is for you. So we want to make you guys happy, and I know the shout box can kind of get annoying and boring after a while, but there are forums. You can use the blogs. Believe it or not, we try not to be blog police. We kind of let you guys post whatever you want, and without any repercussion. So there's. For all those people that are whining to me about the blogs, I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to suck it up and take a break, go outside, get some fresh air, hug a tree, feel the nature.
If you can, because I know it's hard to step away from pwn.com for more than like 5 minutes.
Well, for me, since I had to go back since I went back to work, because I had 2 weeks off. So for those first 2 weeks, I was just like, wake up, pwned, lunch, pwned, dinner, pwned, grocery store, pwned.
I know how it is. If I take a day off during the week, I get up and I'm like, I'm gonna do this today, and it's then next thing I know, it's like 5 in the evening, and I'm like, shit, I'm still in the shout box.
I was supposed to go back to the zoo at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and I look at my clock and it says 6:30, and I was like, well. So yeah, I can totally relate. I probably sit here about 9 or 10 hours a day just lurking. So guys, just because I'm not posting the shout box, or some other people aren't posting the shout box, doesn't mean they're not there watching you. Big brother, we're always watching you.
Ain't that the truth? But all right, Aaron.
Yeah.
Once again, we thank you, and hope to have you on again in the future.
Show.
Alrighty.
And we'll be back after this short break. And we're back. That was a great interview with Aaron. Definitely, definitely saw more of what happens behind the scenes of Pwn.com with him.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I always knew that he was helping out and doing contests, but I didn't know he had done all that in his work prior to Pwn and stuff like that. It was cool to actually see what he's done before and what he's doing now.
Well,
But
no. You want to lead us into
yeah. The second half of the show got a few discussions. We're going to be talking about the soft core games that Nintendo's been allowing on their DS and Wii platforms, as well as I'm going to go more in depth this week of Army of Two and what became of the game I have. Guess I just gave that away. Rainbow Six Vegas 2 also I've been playing since then, and Hot Shots Golf Out of Bounds. We're going to be discussing that, and as always, our top 5 most anticipated games. I have one very slight change, and that's about it on that one.
I have a pretty big change on my list. It's almost unrecognizable. So
Wow, nice.
I can't wait to. Some good announcements came out, but we'll get to that later. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, on to the topic of Nintendo's choice of allowing certain games to be on their platforms that have surprised me. Last year, a game came out called Doki Doki Majo Shinpan, which is like Thump Thump Witch. I think it's Touch. Could be wrong on the last one, but
Something along those lines.
This game, I don't know if everybody remembers the original slogan for the DS, where it was like, touching is good or something like that.
Something really perverted.
Or it's good to touch. It's good to touch. Where I said from the beginning, I was like, this sounds like it's being marketed to the wrong people. But this game proves why that slogan fits perfectly. Doki Doki Majo Shinpan is a game where you play a high school male who's visited by an angel who is trying to locate witches. And it's your typical almost dating sim, kind of, except you're going around, you're searching classrooms, you're searching other areas for clues. You still have to make choices. The only thing about this game, you can't really make a wrong choice. Then once you get enough clues to find the witch, you basically battle them first. And they're shooting projectiles at you, and you have to swipe across the DS and break the projectile, or sometimes it'll send it back to them, while at the same time the angel has a projectile attack you can send at the same time. It gets a little harder as the game goes on, but they're usually pretty easy fights. But after the fight is the reason why this game is softcore and a shock to be on a Nintendo platform. Like, the game actually has you touching these girls and women, because they vary in age. It's Japan. You're touching these girls, and you're rubbing them, you're kissing them, you're like winking at them, you're showing them the clues you have. And you're doing all this with the DS. And if you get the right spots, they actually the screen will change and it'll be a different picture, and they look flustered. And as it goes on, they keep getting more flustered, and finally the witch mark appears. Now, if you miss the spots as you go into the back, it'll keep going back screens. So you got to keep doing it over again. But this happens. There's like more than 5 or 6 characters. I think there's even more than that in the game. I'm only at the 3rd episode. Yes, I have the game and I'm playing it. But yeah, actually, and now there's a sequel coming out this 3rd quarter. Looks to be a little more erotic than the first one, as from what I've seen, I think the girls actually get down to their bras this time around. And on the one's like a gymnast, and let's just say her ribbon gets wrapped up in a certain way that it definitely accentuates her chest.
Well, politely put.
Yeah, I'm trying to be nice about this, but oh, and the other thing while you're touching, you can scroll up and down so you can do their top half or bottom half as well. But the new one looks interesting. It looks like the same main character. Um, I don't know. I'm enjoying the game, but I like the crazy Japanese niche games like this. I think they're funny. They're always interesting. They're always done decently. I don't know if I can really say done well without me coming off sounding like a complete perv, which I probably already do.
You got some nice cell shading, you know? What more can you say?
But if you thought that's bad, yeah, the Wii's getting an even worse game. I know I've shown you this page, right, Clover?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. The game's called Osoji Sentai Clean Kuri Kipa, which is basically Cleaning Squadron Clean Keeper in English. It's for the Wii, and the game has players clean. I can't even say this without coming off like a perv for even wanting to talk about this, but I think it's great. It's a high school in heaven's been polluted by the filth devil, and when you win in-game battles, it gives you lewd reward CG. Basically, you take the Wii and you're scrubbing the filth off the girls with the Wiimotes. And the game actually comes out this month on the 24th. Don't have it pre-ordered yet. I don't even own a Wii yet, but it's got a limited edition coming out.
It will for this one.
Yeah.
It's Japanese only, I do believe.
Yeah, it's definitely, all these games are Japanese only. You have to import them. I know the Doki Doki game cost me $50 to import, and this game's going to cost $65. The Soji Sentai one
plus the mod
is going to cost $65, yeah, to ship that. $90 for the limited edition, which I'll probably get, but you guys didn't hear that. And then if you want to play it, you either need a Japanese Wii or you need a freeloader disc, which costs like $25. So, and the freeloader disc, basically, Nintendo puts out a patch, it could kill it, and you have to get the next upgrade. So, just a heads up.
And on that note, we will be auctioning G-Nitro off constantly this summer so that he can be able to afford this and other products that he may want to purchase in the future.
Yes.
As well as some extra spending money for me, because God knows I need it.
Wait, why? What? No. Then you have to auction yourself off. I'm sure we can get more money for you than me. But oh yeah, and if anybody wants to see what this game is about, PM me, do whatever on pwn.com, and I'll show you. But I'm not going to post it yet. I'm still talking to Andy about when I start writing articles if I'm allowed to post stuff like this. Technically, it's not adult, but it's sort of. So, and with Jamie, she is a self-proclaimed feminazi, and she might freak out if I post something like this.
Well,
so,
you know what? But Jamie can't say anything because of that, like, one day that she ran around with the little David penis mouse pad on her crotch area with the avatar.
That was hilarious. Though.
Oh my god, I loved it. But Jamie, until that wears away, you cannot yell at him for being a sexist pig.
I can't help it. I am. I'm wearing a shirt with the girl that has parental advisory stickers over her mouth and her boobs. Because I'm just so sexist.
I gotta deal with this every day.
But it's funny. I'm not really that way. I'm like the most like nice guy. But I put myself out there like I'm not.
So get off. Go outside. Hurry. Turn off this podcast. No, don't turn off this podcast right now. Keep listening. But
whoops, what happened? I'm just kidding.
I know you've been playing Army of Two again. Finally picked it back up.
Actually, I picked it back up and got rid of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Explain.
Recently, Chromosome XX came down for a UGS event a few weeks back, and we decided to do Army of Two co-op. And playing with another person was all right, split screen. And I finally got online and played it a couple days after. It just, it's not that great of a game. I mean, from the get-go, I was worried about spending $60 on a game I probably would have thought would be worth 30. And I should listen to my gut feeling. That game is not worth even close to $60. Just it's very limited. Like, and it doesn't feature a run feature like Gears of War does. So basically, no matter what, to get behind coverage, you're running at normal speed, and it really sucks. Um, I've heard a lot of people say the game is very has a lot of hints at being very gay. Like, I guess I was listening to the One Up podcast recently, and they were talking about the one guy said they used to have butt slapping in there as one of the things after you do a good fight. You can go up to each other, hit the A button, and you guys will pound fists. Now you pound fists. You'll play like rock out like a guitar. But they said in the original version before it got delayed that there was like a butt slap, and it's pretty. It's definitely there, but it's really. I'm telling you guys, wait till it hits $30. I'm telling you by summer it'll be down to 40, if not 30. I see it really falling off. Um, so I got rid of that game, and another game came in, which would be Rainbow Six Vegas 2. Freaking amazing. Played some of the single player. It's not bad, but it's online where it really gets fun. I've actually been playing with RoboThreat, aka Jeff, from Pwn.com a lot, and Dropkick Dog. I've been playing with both of them a lot on there. Terrorist Hunt is awesome. We play on realistic. You throw 30 terrorists in there, and basically, oh, I can't leave my girl out. Death Temptress has been playing with us too, who I absolutely love playing with. She's got such a foul mouth on her, but with her voice and the way it comes out, like it doesn't come out like where it's like um
F you, mother effer.
offensive. It's not like it doesn't sound offensive coming from her. It just sounds adorable. Like it's so funny. But anyway, back to where we have all four of us on there, and you're going against 30 people, and it's unrealistic. It's like boom, boom, 1, 2 shots, you're down. While you have to hit like 4 or 5 shots to kill somebody if you don't get a headshot. But um, never played Vegas 1, but playing Vegas 2, I love the game. Is it worth $60? If you play online, it is. If you play offline, wait till it hits about 40. But definitely $60 for those who play on Xbox Live and have a lot of friends who have it also. The game is just a lot of fun, and co-op story mode is awesome too. And I made myself in the game because you use your webcam, so it didn't come out too badly. It didn't come out looking like as hideous as I am probably in real life.
with your chocolate cake.
Yeah. Oh God, that's still the funniest picture I've ever taken. Or made, I should say.
No, taken sounds a little bit more,
Yeah, true. The only other game I've been playing lately is actually on my PS3. Actually playing a PS3 game here. Hot Shots Golf Out of Bounds. I've been playing the Japanese version on the PSP, Mina no Golf 2. So I figured I'd pick this up. Another game where I was weary of picking up for 60. But I played that game for 5 days straight, and I finally realized I need to put it down and start going back on Xbox Live because I'm paying for that service. But Hot Shots Golf Out of Bounds is fun as hell. It's your typical goofy, arcadey style golf, but it's still challenging. I've gone through the first 3. I guess you could call them rounds. You have a bunch of courses you do. I've gone through the first 3 on each set. Just a lot of fun. Online, they have 50-player tournaments. And in case y'all are sitting there going, holy shit, that's going to take forever, you all play at the same time. You're not waiting for somebody else to finish. You all just go in. And as you finish, you start going back into the lobby and your ranking goes here and there. So you don't have to wait for somebody to finish their shot, then you go. Everybody plays at once.
It's not as boring as real golf.
Exactly. Definitely
you guys
not.
don't find golf that boring, I do apologize. That includes a couple of my family members who probably are never going to listen to this. But
Exactly. It's probably a lot of my coworkers too. Um, but yeah, definitely. If you're a PS3 owner, you're looking for more of a arcadey sports type title. Hot Shots Golf Out of Bounds will not disappoint. I thought it was worth the $60. Many won't. So just like before, check it out around 40, 45. And if you're on the fence, wait a while, and it'll probably drop to 30 by the end. I'd say 30 by the end of the year. I'd say it'd be 40 by the summer, or by the end of the summer. So, but check it out now if you're into that type of stuff. I absolutely love the game, and I'd be playing it if my TV wasn't freaking busted. But other than that, before we go into our top 5 most anticipated games, I know I'm like long-winded tonight.
actually,
April
one of my
19th. What?
Oh no, I was gonna say. I mean, don't feel bad. One of my top 5, I'm probably gonna talk about for like 5-10 minutes. So
That's fine. But to everybody listening, April 19th, if you live in the D.C. area, Maryland, D.C., Virginia, even if you can come down from Pennsylvania or anywhere else nearby, I'm going to be at the Hot Import Nights at the Dulles Expo. XX or X chromosome XX. I always mess up the X's, I swear. Will be with me as well. We are going to be promoting Pwn.com, and we're going to be there for UGS also. Underground Gaming Series is doing a Halo 3 free-for-all. And
definitely.
what's that?
You know, it's gonna be amazing. If I lived in the area, I'd definitely go. Cars, babes, video games. I mean, seriously, guys, what more can you ask for? I know that's why you want to go, isn't it?
Hell yes! Oh my God, all those Asian import models. Woo! Oh, I'm gonna be all over it. I can't wait. I'm gonna have to focus just to keep promoting Pwn. No, but if you're in the area, go out there. We're gonna be doing sign-ups, so I know a lot of you probably already signed up. Doing sign-ups for Pwn.com. We're gonna have T-shirts, raffle for those who sign up. So if you're listening and you've never been to the site, come to there. You'll have a chance to win one of 5 shirts, and also in the Halo 3 tournament, top 8 or so will get the will get a shirt as well in their prize package from Underground Gaming Series, which is held by Jay Chance and New Yorkenia of Pwn.com themselves. So definitely got to come out. You'll meet more than just me and Chromosome XX. There's going to be a few of us out there. So come check that out. And I guess it's time for our top 5 most anticipated games.
Woo.
Start us off.
All right.
We'll skip Duke Nukem. We know what it is.
Yeah, you guys know every week our top 5 in protest to get it done is Duke Nukem Forever. Game seriously needs to come out, and I have faith that it will. If not soon, then sooner. But it will be out. I promise you that. So yeah, I guess my top 4, which is what I really, or I guess my number 2, you know, whichever way you want to look at it, I've been really excited about it. Is Spore. I'm sure a lot of you guys, especially avid PC gamers, have really probably been looking forward to this. Or maybe you've just, hold on a second. Gotta fix my mic. There we go. You know what? I hate this mic. I love it, as I look to my boyfriend and smile, for letting me borrow it. But it's just, at times, it messes up. But yeah, I guess, you know, back to Spore. For those of you guys who don't know, it's the newest creation by Maxis. They're, the creators of The Sims and all those type games. Well, Spore is basically an epic journey that takes you from the origin of evolution to the development of civilization and technology, and eventually all the way into the deepest reaches of outer space. And if you think that was well written, it was, because I'm reading this off the Spore site to make sure I don't mess up any information.
Wow.
But no, basically you start out, as a little amoeba, a little, single cell life form, and you're swimming around, constantly gathering things up, evolving, and then you mate and you reach a phase and you evolve. And the amazing thing about this is you get to pick how you evolve. A little creature creator comes up, you can choose to give yourself a pincher or a claw, and the way that you choose yourself to evolve is going to affect how you react in the world around you. And, you go around and you've given yourself a weapon now, and you can swim around and defeat off predators and keep growing and evolving, and eventually you become a land animal, which is the creature phase, which unlocks a lot more options for creating this. And this is one thing that's really made me interested in Spore. For those of you guys who have maybe seen the Robin Williams video of him playing around with Spore, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's a creature editor that lets you create your own creature, the way he walks, the way he looks, his mouth, his weapon, his tail, his fins, whatever the heck you want to give him, his color, his textures. I mean, Maxis has really gone, all the way to giving the user full control. And after you make these creatures, you run around, you eat things, you evolve, and eventually, you find a mate. And when, of course, you mate, it starts evolving into phases, not necessarily the creature, but in society. You create tribal phases to civilizations, your little planet, and eventually, after you've made your little place of, whatever you guys want to start calling it, because there's different types of things you can get into. You can space travel and go to different planets and, conquer other planets or make other planets livable. And it's just giant, like almost multiplayer online, like an MMO, I kind of want to say. But it's like nothing out there before. It's just like a combination of all these different kinds of games. It's just amazing. I really can't describe half of the stuff without sitting here for another hour. But for those of you guys who are interested, Spore.com is their website, or just YouTube. Go on YouTube and type in Spore, and you are bound to find a bunch of videos. They've been releasing a whole bunch more updates recently. And for those of you guys who don't have a PC, a down version will be released on the DS, available for Wi-Fi. And there's rumor, I still can't find it confirmed anywhere on a reliable source, but that it's also going to be out for the Wii as well. And it may eventually come out for other consoles. But for sure, it's just on the PC. I'm definitely going to get into this game. I know I've talked to a couple other people in the shoutbox, and they're definitely looking into it. It is set to come out September of this year. So definitely look for it. I know there's a bunch of games coming out around that time, so it's going to be, a little tough to see if Spore makes it, but that's my number 4. So. Nitro?
Yeah. Wow.
Or 2.
Not my style of game. I'm definitely skipping that one.
I was the person that sat at home all day typing Rosebud into The Sims. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely really excited.
That's the type of game where I'm going to be like sleeping while somebody else is playing it.
Well, I think the thing that's amazing about Spore is that other users will have their creatures running around and stuff. And they might not even be controlling it, but their creatures will be running around, and you may see somebody's creature that you know and not even know that it's actually theirs. So it's
True.
The way that they've just programmed the game alone is just amazing. And definitely worth the wait. It's just awesome.
As long as I can eat somebody else's creature and they'll be done. Great. Just because I'm an a-hole like that. Like, it just takes me back to my days of...
civilizations.
Well, that takes me back to the day...
UFOs and stuff.
Yeah.
Some people can evolve into like a Dr. Seuss style land, other people will be an industrial style land. So the game, it's not like, it's not preset, like you have to evolve a certain way. There's just endless combinations of, the way things can end up. Which is basically like, a mini life. I don't want to say
exactly.
Earth.
That's why I want to be able to eat somebody and ruin their whole game.
Well, you know what? You might be able to. I'm not saying you can't.
awesome because when I used to play MotoGP, I would turn around on Xbox Live on Xbox One. I would turn around and drive the other way and just mess everybody else up. Because that's just the way I am. If I'm not good at it, I'm just going to screw you over.
G-Nitro, a bad sport.
Yes, very. But my number two, I'll tell you right now, nothing's changed except for the fifth one. But Saints Row 2, still waiting. There haven't been a lot of updates. Seen some more screenshots. Seen the way the created character looks, and the sliders this time around are extraordinary. They're basically, you can really, really mess with your character and make them look any way you want to. I've been really shocked by it. And I really just can't wait to play Saints Row 2. Right now, I've heard an October release date. I can see that being pushed up because of Gears coming out in November. They may try to hit it September like they did before, which I think is the smarter move. It gives you 2 months for people to play the game, not just one or less. But we'll definitely see what happens. A few months out from the release, I know I'll pre-order it. Right now, I'm waiting to see the exact date. But definitely looking forward to Saints Row 2 co-op online, as I've talked about before, of the main story. I mean, that's even better in my opinion than GTA 4 doing their online, which I believe is just like a mini game type thing, or it's GTA 4. I don't believe is co-op online yet. Nobody really knows yet on that, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. And that's my number two. Saints Row 2 still going strong at number 2.
I guess we're at my number 3 then. As a lot of you probably have figured out, if you read my profile or just talked to me on a constant basis, my boyfriend and I are very avid fans of Stargate SG-1. And coming out, I don't know if they've really announced a release date yet, or what all's really been talked about, but they're releasing an MMO for Stargate. It's to take place between seasons 8 and 9. For those of you guys who have watched it all the way through seasons 10 and realized that there was a bunch of crap left out. Well, the video game's going to fill in that gap and take place and all that random stuff that nobody could ever figure out, so that it doesn't really clash with Stargate SG-1's theme, and it doesn't really make you running around in the shadows of SG-1, which is what I'm sure it would be fun for a while, but for an MMO, not so much. Basically, you get to create your own character, run around, and explore new worlds, go through the Stargate. So if any of you guys are into the sci-fi stuff, or even just looking for a new MMO to pick up, definitely look into Stargate. I can't guarantee it's going to be amazing. It might just be the next, Lord of the Rings online or Final Fantasy online. Probably nothing as big as World of Warcraft, but I'm giving it a chance. They still have only have minimal releases about everything for the game, so well, the more they release about that will depend on if it stays on my top 5 or not, because it takes a lot to keep me interested in an MMO, and the fact that I'm even interested in Spore is pretty amazing. So we'll see. I don't know if I have the strength to do 2 MMOs this year.
I barely have the strength to ever do one.
Well, no, I played Phantasy Star Universe for a while, but I never renewed my subscription, so.
Yeah, I have that, but I got it for the single player, just for the achievements, and I'll do it at some point. Because I'm an achievement whore. I don't like getting every single one, but I like getting as many as I can before I get rid of the game. Oh, great.
Well, I guess,
I woke up my dog.
What's your number 3?
My number 3 is actually another sandbox game. It's the game that I think won't be as good as Saints Row 2, but it comes out this month. It's Grand Theft Auto 4. It's recently popped up. The more I hear about it, the more I do want to play it. But I don't know. I think I'm more hyped up for the special edition of this more than anything else. Call me a swag whore, but the Grand Theft Auto 4 special edition is unbelievable. I mean, it comes with a duffel bag, safety deposit box with a key, art book, the game, of course. And if you pre-order on Amazon like I did, they're going to give you a GTA 4 license plate, a Liberty City license plate as well. I mean, just you can't go wrong with that. I mean, it's $90. That's what, $40 cheaper than the Halo Legendary Edition,
And the stuff
and you get
actually
a
is
lot
useful.
more. Exactly. I mean,
Don't
it's
get me
freaking
wrong,
sweet.
Master Chief's helmet's awesome and all, but when they
Yeah,
first
I own it.
announced that, they never told us it was like 6 inches tall, 7. I don't know how tall it really is, but
Well, it would fit your head if they actually allowed the opening to do it, but
I don't know. I have a pretty large head.
so do I. It would fit, but it's just they made the slit just for it to put on a stand. But the GTA 4 stuff, I mean, for $40 less, it's a really sweet deal. I've pre-ordered it, and the 360 version is the one I'm getting. For those 360 owners, be happy. They're getting exclusive episodes for download to the 360 only, and the PS3 will not see those. And I heard a rumor at one point that multiplayer was supposed to be 360 only, but I hear the PS3 might have it and should have it. So we'll see how that plays out in the coming weeks. I hope they do put multiplayer on both. I really don't want to see PS3 get too shafted, as it's only going to hurt the system when it doesn't need to be kicked right now. It needs to be helped back up. But that's my number 3. So GTA 4 coming out April 28th.
Well, my number 4 is actually Left 4 Dead. I guess with Left 4 Dead, the more I stare at it and the more I look at it, the more I realize that I think I'll probably enjoy playing it here and there, but I'm not necessarily gonna replace my Counter-Strike Team Fortress 2 with it until.
Oh, come on. It's
Until
got to
I
be better
taste
than
more
Team
multiplayer.
Fortress 2.
I don't know. Well, it's a different style game.
Team Fortress 2 sucked.
Because I love Left 4 Dead and zombies in general, but the way it plays, we'll have to see.
I hope it plays better than Team Fortress 2, or else I'm going to be so disappointed.
I know, but I'm mostly going off videos I saw from last year's QuakeCon, which is all the way back in August, and here we are in April of 2008. So I'm sure there's been some great changes. I guess I'm afraid of having another enemy territory Quake Wars, which is actually one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
But the community overall didn't accept it. So a month down the line, I was left with, having nobody to play with. And so I guess I'm bracing myself for a letdown until the next update at least. Definitely interested. I'm definitely looking forward to it. But at the moment, Spore and a few other games have me a lot more excited at this point in time. So, but we'll see. My list has been changing weekly more often now. So. But what's your 4?
A game that was my number 2 the first time I read about it, and then it went to number 3, and now it's at 4. The fact that all the news seemed to hit at once, and now that it's kind of died off, was Mirror's Edge by creative team DICE for EA. Basically, it's the game where it's like a third-person adventure, but done in first-person view. But not first-person like a Call of Duty or a Halo, but it's like a Tomb Raider adventure game where you're running around jumping. But if you look down, you see your whole body and all. And it just looks like a great game, but the fact that it kind of came with all the news and now has died off, so is my hype for it. And I'm worried that if I don't hear something new soon, it's going to hit 5, and then the next podcast it's going to be off.
Yeah, just like me with Left 4 Dead, Al.
Yeah, these companies, they throw things out there, then they stop. And nowadays, and I'm walking example of this right now, if you don't keep it coming, or at least something here and there every month, they're going to forget. People are just going to be like, okay. And that's what seems to be happening with Mirror's Edge. Like, once the article came out in Play Magazine, Kotaku had it, Joystick had it, IGN had it, freaking OneUp.com had it, and I read them all. I read all of it, and it was all the same thing rehashed on every site. So there's been nothing new on it, and I hope in the upcoming weeks, months, we start hearing more about it. Mirror's Edge looks awesome. It's a gorgeous looking game. Something I definitely want to play. But as the hype dies down, so does my urge to actually want to play the game. It actually makes me worried about how the game is turning out at this point. But that's my number 4. So, what's your 5th and final anticipated game?
It's actually, I was doing eeny, meeny, miny, mo, yesterday trying to figure it out. And then I played a little bit of Quake, with my boyfriend last night and watched, C-Dutch get destroyed. And since he doesn't listen to our podcast ever, I'm going to tell everybody that my boyfriend beat him. It's 80 to -2 without even trying on a 1 versus 1. So, everybody, make sure you congratulate him on his victory next time you see him, and by him I mean Chris. But yeah, Quake 0, aka Quake Live. I think Quake Live is its beta name, really. Quake 0 is the game expected to come out. Not really a release date, still in private beta. But it's definitely going to jumpstart, I think, the Quake Arena community. And hopefully, right now it's just kind of a toss-up. It's either going to be really good or really lame. And if it bombs, I think that's probably going to be the end of the Quake community for the most part. At least what left is the competitive aspect. But I'm really praying that it doesn't bomb, because I really miss the days when I would just randomly jump in Quake 3 and play with a bunch of people. And I'm hoping that this game does some justice for the Quake community, because God knows we need it. And, I'd sure as heck like to see Fatality come back to the Quake games, because I know right now he's diddling off in Unreal Tournament 3. But, yeah.
I still haven't played that one. I got it for PS3 and it's just sitting there.
I bought House of the Dead 2 and 3 Returns, and I haven't had the time to sit down and play it. It really makes me sad, because I bought a Zapper and I was all happy and excited, and I've been so busy with the website and with school and, with the Valve contest we had the last 2 weeks, and I just didn't get the chance to open it up and play. So I've had that for half a month sitting in my apartment.
I think it's time for you to break down and play it.
Oh, I was going to play it yesterday, and then I didn't have time, so hopefully I'll play it today or tomorrow. No, actually, I haven't slept in a few days. I sleep every few days. I'm sleeping tonight, though. Hopefully.
You slept yesterday. That's why we didn't record.
No, after you woke me up. That was all. You woke me up, pretty much.
Damn it. But, yeah, on to my top 5, my 5th and final. Got bumped back to the 5th spot. It was 4 last week. Like I said, there was that one slight change and everything else just got moved back. Because, Crisis Core, which was top 5, came out. I got it, but I haven't had a chance to play it myself. I'll probably play it this weekend at work if I get the time. Oops. But I guess I shouldn't have said that. But, Tales of Vesperia is my 5th and final pick. Read up on it a bit more. For those who had a GameCube or still have a GameCube or play games on the Wii, Tales of Vesperia is being done by the exact same design team that did Tales of Symphonia. It's not going to be as dark. It's going to be more of a lighter game. Basically, the main character knows right from wrong. He's going to be more mature than most role-playing game main characters. His best friend or whatever is different. He likes to take the law into his own hands and make sure things get done. So it's going to be interesting seeing how the two sides play out and how they go through the game. I mean, done with the same visual style as I've said before of the Idol Master games that Namco Bandai did, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. The backgrounds are all hand drawn.
Wow.
It's not pre-rendered. They're all hand drawn. I mean, it looks gorgeous. This may be the definitive RPG for the 360 if it's done right. And considering all the praise for Tales of Symphonia, I just recently got a GameCube in that game to play it. I haven't been able to check it out yet, but if it's as good as people say it is, and it's the same team, I expect huge things from this game. I mean, and people were asking, or Play Magazine actually asked them if they were going to do downloadable content. And they're thinking about it, but they're not going to give you exclusives on the downloadable content. They will, like, they're going to let you pay for things that you can already get in the game. For the people who don't want to go out and do a certain quest, they're going to allow you to buy it if you just don't want to do it, which I think is cool. It's not forcing you to buy something. It's basically saying, hey, if you don't feel like going through the few hours it takes, here's this sword or whatever, or a package deal for $5. And so it's nice to see a company take a different stance where it's like, hey, if we get the money for it, cool, but we're not going to force you into getting something just to have it. Basically, you'll be able to get it on your own as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to hearing more about this game. I know it's going to be out by fall or the end of the year in Japan, so I'd be looking for, at best, a December release here, maybe November, but I'd go more along the lines of January of next year. But there are rumors that they're trying to release both at the same time. Maybe not exactly the same time, but somewhat simultaneously in the U.S. and Japan. But we'll see how things go, and I'll keep everybody updated on that. Who knows? With the way Mirror's Edge has been going, that might be moved up to my 4th spot next week. But that's about it. Those are our top 5s as always. Been a great podcast, a great interview with Aaron, even though it's a bit delayed in getting to you guys. We apologize. Yeah, we'll definitely try to make sure that doesn't happen again. And it's no slight on Aaron. Great guy. Had a great interview.
It was all my fault.
No, don't put it all on you. Just
well,
yesterday
you can't
was.
blame your work schedule. I can blame the fact that you know what? It's the shout box's fault because I just can't sleep. I can't. I look at that shout box and I just watch the countdown until it's refresh. And it just traps me. I can't leave. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Except for a couple of you guys that only go in the forums. And you know what? Good for you. You're not addicted. Save yourself. Keep yourself clean. Stay away from the shout box.
Shout box is evil.
It
is. I love it.
It's addicting. Oh my god. It's addicting as bleep.
Ugh.
But yeah, definitely we've got some, you know, now that we're done with most of the staff interviews.
Yeah, we're going to have members coming up soon.
Definitely
gotta
have
look
one
out.
in mind. It's going to be a surprise for all of you guys. I don't know.
Yeah.
We may announce it. We may not. We're just not going to tell you now.
Exactly. We're hoping by the next episode, but if not, it'll definitely be 2 from now.
We'll give you a hint. It's a him. And we hope that he does do it, because we've asked and he won't give us an answer.
Yeah, he definitely... He will do it if I have to freaking find a way to do it.
Oh.
I'll trick him on Xbox Live or something. So
all guys, the hints, put it together.
But, yeah, definitely hope to get this person. And then we'll see who's after that. Like I said before, if you want to be interviewed for the podcast and be on here, be active. Send one of us, either Clover, myself, or even to Total Meltdown's page. Tell us why you should be on the podcast and be interviewed. We're looking for activity. We know if you're in the shout box or not. We know if you're on the forums or not. And
we know.
So, exactly. We have your history and of your activity. So, basically, just be active. Enjoy Pwn, and you will eventually be on there. I mean, one day we hope to have this as a weekly show. So, and hopefully live, which will be even better.
Oh, dude, that would be so much more amazing. At the moment, we're not technologically savvy, I guess. We
just not ready.
Yeah, we just don't have the equipment to do it live because,
Yeah.
as you guys know, I'm here in Memphis and he's out there in Baltimore, and so with the delays and the fact that we're
Be
just
more?
places.
Oh, it's 73 degrees today. I'm loving it.
But
I've
yeah,
got the window open and it's still nice.
oh, I'm afraid to go back outside. It got really cold.
Where'd my dog go?
You know, I don't even know why you care. He should be glad. He's not barking.
Yeah, but he might be chewing something up.
Oh. Well, in that case,
So-
guys, I
Yeah.
guess we're going to call it a night. G-Nitro's got to go run and make sure his dog hasn't eaten his 360. And
Yeah, I'm gonna go kill him.
we hope you guys enjoy this podcast. You know, if you have any feedback, you want to complain about how many times I say or he laughs, go ahead.
Or I say like.
Oh, yeah, or, you know, just leave us a comment. I mean, we're pretty relaxed since we don't have a set, you know, agenda for our podcast. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more formal soon, but, you know, or just stop by and say hi. Let us know, and let us know if you listen to it. We actually have no idea who listens to the podcast. We can't track it. We don't know. And we do care. I know a couple of you guys have told me that y'all listen to it. You know, and I appreciate it. It makes me feel really awesome because I have no idea people actually listen to the podcast aside a set few. So yeah, excite us. You know, make us feel amazing. Stop by and be all like, "Hey, listen to your podcast." And,
Yep, definitely come by, and don't forget if you're one who found us on iTunes, come join pwn.com, check it out. I'm sure you'll enjoy the site, and come get addicted to the shoutbox. But so that's it for me, G-Nitro.
and I'm Clov3r.
All right, till next time, peace.